Welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Talk Barca. This is In this episode, I'm just going to go back and we're going to talk a little about the Spanish national team and the game there. And this is going to tie into the what I'm talking about the fan base and the media, especially the online fan base, fan channels, the media, the negativity that they just create for Barcelona is really undermining Barcelona as a team in a whole, right? Instead of them being happy that we have Gavi playing well and Koeman showing the confidence in Gavi early on, because Koeman took a very huge risk with Gavi. Pjanic is undermining Koeman right now because he trusted in Gavi. And you guys are giving Koeman no credit for that. Like, he benched Pjanic, so Gavi could get minutes. Gavi is not better than Pjanic right now. When Koeman played him, Gavi was not better than Pjanic. Even now, Gavi is not better than Pjanic, right? But what you can see is that for a 17-year-old, Gavi has the potential to be better than Pjanic. Right now, he's not. Pjanic can score. Pjanic is better at tackling. Pjanic is better passer. Pjanic is better at recycling the ball. Pjanic is better in lots of episodes, lots of different facets of the game. Be honest, right? I'm not taking anything away from Gavi. If you listen to my review on Gavi, you hear I absolutely adore Gavi, right? Like I said, he is a champion. That's my guy. Like I say, he's the heart of Barcelona moving forward. Fati is the figurehead because he's the number 10, but he's the heart. I've already said that before the Spanish game. So y'all can't even talk to me when it comes to Gavi. If you go look when you guys were talking Ricky Pucci, I was like, yo, you guys are idiot because Gavi's way better than Ricky Pucci if you can't see it. I've been saying that. So no one come to me about Gavi. Eh? None of you guys can come. Not one fan channel, not one of you bandwagon fans can come to me when it talks about Gavi, okay? Check the record. Now, the truth of the matter is, it took Koeman lots and lots of balls, kahunas, whatever you want to call them, right? It took a lot. Sorry, he played Gavi over Pjanic. He chose Gavi over Pooch when it was not popular to do so. He could have raped Ricky Pooch and sat Gavi on the bench, and you guys would have been happy. Ricky Pooch, Ricky Pooch. But then we wouldn't have seen Gavi. Don't you guys see it? Like, stop and see it. It's the fans and the media, especially the online fans, because it's not the true coolers that are pushing for Ricky Pooch so much. Not the true cool. It's the online fans that are just weird. It's weird. And these fan channels, you guys are weird. Go back and look at all your things. And all these same fan channels, all these big fan channels that were around when Lucha was the coach, wanted Luis Enrique out. You guys wanted him out. And now all of a sudden you guys are all, oh, Lucho, we want Lucho back. You guys wanted Lucho out. You guys are part of the reason Lucho wanted to leave. Because you guys were undermining him. The same media people, the same fan channels people undermined Lucho when he was here. Same exact people. Right? And now you guys want to talk about bring Lucho back. How much you like, oh, Koeman. You guys do this thing. You guys undermine all our coaches. All our coaches. You guys undermine them all the time. The fan channels, the certain people in the media, everybody. You guys undermine them. You guys are the rot in the beautiful Barcelona. You guys have to, and you guys are gonna own that. And I'm gonna expose all you guys as a true rots of Barcelona. Because you guys, instead of being happy, listen, we got Lucho as the head coach for Spain. That's a Barcelona guy. Koeman is playing all the young kids. He's playing them. We saw Balde the other day. Balde would have played the whole game and much more if his back didn't go out on him, right? First thing we have to do as Barcelona is we've got to figure out what's happening with our medical staff. Is horrible. Everybody gets injured, right? And then they tell us someone's healthy and the person's not. We saw it with Piqué. We saw it with Pedri. We see it with Dembele. We see it with Umtiti. We've seen it just with Longley. We've seen it with everybody. Every player we have on this team that gets an injury never comes back in a proper manner. There's always something lingering, right? Only one who doesn't seem to already have anything lingering are the Dutch players. Now I understand why that's why they want to bring in a new conditioning coach, right? Which makes sense. So guys, stop. I'll explain it to you very simply. Koeman's job is not to win us a championship. He's not here to win us a treble. So take the treble out of your head. His job is to lay the foundation for the next coach. So let him lay the foundation and look at the foundations he's laying. We got Pedri, we got Fati, and now we have Gavi. We should have had Elias Mariba. That would have been 4 18-year-olds. Four. Stop and think about that. That's 4 18-year-olds that he is pushing through in less than 2 years. Four. And then you still have to add Nico and Demir. Demir is still 18. Yeah, Quadrado might be a little better. But what Koeman is looking at in a day-to-day is Demir is a better talent. Demir will be a better player in the long run. That's what Koeman's eye has seen. Now, we look at Pedri, and we have to say you know what? He did right with Pedri. Could have been easy once people came back to replace them. Once we had he could have used Pjanic instead of Pedri, but no, he stuck with Pedri, right? And so he stuck with Pedri, which made it easy for Luis Enrique to say, you know what, Pedri, come, you're going to be on the national team. And that made it easier for him now to go and say, you know what, I'm going to pull Gavi, right? And then everyone says, oh, look at the difference. Yeah, there's differences because the media attacks them differently. Now, in Spain, Luis Enrique has a full backing. He is not going to get fired from Spain, right? He has the full backing. There's nothing no one can say or do that can influence that. In Barcelona, everything is very wobbly. The situation is very wobbly. So he doesn't have the security that Luis Enrique has, right? Now, insecurity causes people to act insecure. And Koeman's statement when he pointed out Nico was an insecure statement because it's the truth. We all know it's the truth, like I discussed that already. But on top of it being the truth, Nico needs to hear it. Nico needs to learn from it. And I believe Nico will. Let's see how Nico responds before we judge it. Okay? Now, back to Gavi. Now, everything I said in my last episode there, episode 2, when I was referring to Gavi, you could see in the national team. Like Gavi had these grown men, like they were the little children on the floor, slapping his hands like a little child. You know, Verratti is pulling his shirt because he just can't keep up with Gavi. Gavi is like Lucas said, he's playing like he's in the backyard, but he's making big men look like boys physically, and he's small in stature, right? So we saw him run down Atletico Madrid, and he got that yellow card, and I knew right there and then to play that physical against such a physical team. Atletico Madrid is considered one of the most physical teams in all of football. You would have to probably go to some Argentinian team or some Bolivian team that's gonna, get like 6 yellow cards, in the first half before you get to someone more physical. They not even the Italian teams are as physical as Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is as physical as you get. Maybe a German team might be close, right? So for him to go out there and to get the only yellow card for a real physical man-to-man challenge. Like, so if you look at that, all other cards were because, you're kicking somebody, your studs high, or, bad play, mouth talking. He did a shoulder-to-shoulder tackle, and the referee said, whoa, that's just a little too aggressive, young kid. That shows how much of a lion he is. And you could saw that again in the national team. How many times did he run back? Did he make physical plays? And he had these grown Italian men on the floor crying, begging to the referee to give him a yellow card because he was just too physical. He was controlled and physical, right? And that is the utmost respect I have to say. His talent is there. The only thing, like I said, we need to start to see with him now is finishing. We need to see some goals out of him, but I just want him to just play like that for the rest of the season, and I'll be so happy with Gabby. I'm already happy with Gabby. Just play like that. Gabby has a whole year of just playing the way he's playing. Now the real development I want to see with Barcelona, like I said in episode one, is Pedri in the midfield, right? Because Pedri, we have to see a more offense coming out of Pedri. We need Pedri to step up in that Iniesta style of play where he can come up with those crucial goals. You know what I mean? Same thing as we heard from De Jong. He said that he needs to step up with goals, but we need Pedri because Pedri plays a little bit further up. We want to hold De Jong back in as a holding midfielder, and then get Pedri further up the field as more of a left-sided attacking midfielder. So we want Pedri up there to get most of those types of goals and so forth. But once again, the point of this episode here is really just because of these narratives. These narratives are just out of control, guys. They don't make any sense anymore. Like, we know the team is rebuilding. We know the team is young. That even on Spain, they do not play three 18-year-olds. The only 18-year-old that was on that pitch for the majority of the game was Gavi, right? And then I believe Gil came in after, and I think somebody else came in, right? But Gavi was the only real 18-year-old that played any real minutes. And once they brought in those other young kids, that's when they gave up their goal, right? That's when they made a mistake. Now you notice that Garcia didn't play, so the defense was a lot stronger, right? So now Busquets doesn't look as slow because now behind Busquets you have two center backs that are very solid in Laporta and Pau Torres, right? So, and if you look at those two, they're both left-footed, right? So Luis Enrique saw something wrong with Garcia and didn't go with him. You know what I mean? So that changing that center back pairing now all of a sudden allowed Busquets to look good, right? And Busquets is able to do what he does because now it's not like a whole bunch of slow players in the middle of the pitch, right? So when we play PK and when we play Garcia, there's two. That means with Arujo, that means that Busquets and Garcia and PK are slow. So all you have to do is whatever side they're lined up on, you just run past that through the lines, and you're just going to go straight past them, right? And then Arujo has to help, which then still means that Busquets still isn't fast enough to get back to cover for him. So that's where that breaks down, right? So now what we really have to do is we have to either get Lenglet playing or Umtiti playing to make it even, make our defense a little better. With Lenglet, I actually like Umtiti better because Umtiti's faster. He's just made of glass, but we might as well play him and try and sell him. You know what I mean? So if what I would like to do is play Umtiti with Arujo as long as every game from now to January, and then try to sell him, right? And then if he's playing in our team, and we can win and he can stay healthy, if we sell him, maybe we can get a little bit more because now he's been playing 3 or 4 games. You know what I mean? He's played a few games. We can sell him. We can sell him for a little more, right? He has a little bit more value. With that money on top of the 20 million that we have, we could then go after Danny Olmo or look at somebody else that we're looking to fit in. I hear guys mentioning other people, but whoever, I don't really concern myself with that part. So yeah, guys, just to go over this a little bit. All right, now so I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. I'm up for the debate. For those who know, you don't know. All right, peace.